Hey everybody, I'm Jimmy Rance. I've had a few emails from people asking me how I'm doing because I made an announcement the other day that I was sick. So I thought I would come on here and chit chat with you. I want to let you know that if you are brand new to my channel, I welcome you here. You're always welcome. And you're also welcome to leave because I'm not here to tickle your ears. I'm not that kind of channel. I'm not here to bullshit you and tell you how everything is so hunky-dunky and happy, happy, joy, joy, and everything is roses and rainbows, because it's not. Now, there's a lot of channels out there that would like to tell you that everything's sweet and lovely because that's what you need to hear. Well, I'm not the guy, okay? I'm the guy I don't want to ruin your day, but again, I'm not going to blow smoke up your dookie chute. I made a short a while ago. I'll talk about the health later, I got about 3 things to chat about today. Nothing shattering, but I thought I'd come on here and let you know that I'm still alive. But anyway, I made a short a while ago about, and I knew this was going to happen. Some of these, maybe some of you guys out there are stackers. You stack silver and gold. You do it because, well, it's kind of like your insurance policy. It's your hedge against inflation or whatever. Well, they have a few of these channels out there, these silver channels especially. And I knew that once the Iranian crap started, when the United States and Israel started their campaign against Iran, I knew that the silver stacking type channels were going to get on there and tell you that, oh, you really need to buy, folks. This may be your last chance to be able to buy silver for under $100 an ounce. Yeah, right. And they kept saying about how, oh, don't be surprised Monday, we're going to wake up and it's going to go up, 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 up. Well, guess what? It didn't go up, up, up. Don't be a fool, people. Look, a lot of these, and I've noticed this too, and I'm not calling any one certain channel out because a lot of them do it. A lot of them. What they'll do is they will become friends, or they will go to some of these coin shops with their cameras. And they're always interviewing the owner of the shop, talking to their staff to try to find out, what should I do? Should I buy? Should we sell? Well, of course, the owners of the shop are going to say, buy all you can. Why? Because that's what they're in business for. They are in business to sell you gold and silver. If they said, oh no, you need to sell, if they just bought everybody's silver or gold, they would be bankrupt in less than a couple days. So be smart, people. When these yo-yos get out there, buy, buy, buy. Come on, man. It's just a racket. It's just another genre of bullshit. They create these channels. They get on it, and they're like a dog on a bone, man. They're trying to get you. They're trying to hook you into watching their channels. And I guess that's business, but I'm just asking you, be smart, man. Be smart. Don't let these jackasses fool you. All they're going to do is you're going to dig deep in your pocket, and you're going to walk away with hardly nothing. Now, am I a stacker? I guess I used to be. I'm really not anymore. Now I'm not paying the price today. Whenever I started buying gold and silver, it was very cheap. Silver was like, I'm trying to think, it seems like it was like $14, $15 an ounce. So I did good. I don't need any more. I'm 71. I don't need to, well, you get into this for the long haul. Well, the long haul is just about over for me, folks. I'm 71, like I said. Okay, moving right along. What else do I want to talk about? This is exciting stuff, folks. You don't want to turn this off, really. Yeah, really. Okay, I want to talk about moderators. Moderators, and I'm sure you've all have kissed a lot of moderators' asses. That's what a lot of you like to do. You can't man up and stand up to these bastards for fear that, oh, he's going to give me the royal boot. Yeah, there's a few channels out there where you jackasses, you got your little strict, little power-hungry moderators, and your little moderators are like a boil. They need to be popped. They really do. Okay, I don't want to go off that direction. But you know, like, and I'm not going to call the channel out because I don't hate this guy's channel. Sometimes he puts out some good stuff, and sometimes he's just totally full of shit, like the rest of us, okay? We all goof up. We're only human. Uh, but anyway, there's some channels out there that every week they're always hawking. They're always trying to peddle something. They want you to buy a solar generator or something. And so they hook up with these companies that own these generators, and so they have these generator giveaways, and they'll give away a generator or two. Well, whenever you go to the show, you're watching the channel on the day of the drawing, they'll have this strict rule that whenever the moderators say, don't speak, because I'm going to call out a winner. And if anybody speaks, you're going to get the royal boot from here for 1 solid week. And I think that's so stupid. For example, you may not be an avid watcher of this particular channel or 2 or 3. And you may stumble into their channel and you're just trying to be friendly. You don't know what the hell's going on. You don't know there's a generator drawing. And you go, hello. You're just trying to be nice. Hello. And what do? One of these jackass, power-hungry piece of shit moderators, boom, they boot you for a solid week, and there's nothing you can do or say. You're gone. And I think that is so foolish. I really do. I think that's wrong. Some of you moderators, I used to be a moderator. I was a moderator for a big time channel. And I never, ever tried to disrespect the people in there. Now, if you act like a jackass, yeah, that's, you deserve to get kicked out. But come on, man, you moderators, lighten up. What do you say? You remind me of like how people used to talk about cops. Oh, well, they're real tough around behind that badge. Take that badge off and I'll teach you a lesson. Well, that's what these moderators are like. Not all of them. Some of them are cool, but most of you are worthless sacks of shit. Now, we can't tell you that on these channels that you're moderating because we know you'll give us the royal boot. But again, like I said, to me, you're like a bunch of pimples. A big, nasty, juicy boil, and you need to be popped, if you get my drift. Okay, let's talk about Jimmy Rant's health. I kind of dread talking about it because, it's really hard to get on here and tell you my health when you kind of feel the same and you don't have any really thing, good to report about it. How you doing, Dimmy? Well, I'm about the same, but look. I'm going to tell you this once, and this is a no-no. They say, don't talk about your health on YouTube. Well, first of all, I don't feel like I'm dying or nothing, but a long time ago, and when I say long time ago, I guess I'm talking about last May. Last May, I was doing starting a village, and I was using one of my hot wire tools to cut some XPS foam board. And that stuff puts out a hell of a fume. They're chemicals, it's poison. And I'm sitting here cutting trenches and I'm cutting stuff, and those fumes are really coming up strong. Well, I had a window open and I had a patio door open. It was real windy that day, so I thought I had proper ventilation. Well, and I did this for probably 2 or 3 hours. And then the next day I did it for about an hour or 2. And I noticed that in my chest, that whenever I would inhale, it was almost like inhaling a mentholatum type feeling. When you breathe in, it was like that Vicks vapor rub. It was like that, and it's felt that way ever since. I did go to a doctor. I talked to the doctor about it. He goes, no, that's not it. That's not it. Now, breathing in those fumes, even though I was ventilated pretty good, it still could irritate some bronchial tubes and this and that, and it could aggravate you and cause some trouble. So I felt okay about that. Well, anyway, last September, I got pneumonia, and I went to the hospital. They x-rayed me. They told me that I had, pneumonia. They gave me what's called a Z-Pack, and after that, I felt kind of good. After I took the 5-day course of the Z-Pack, I felt kind of good, but I still was having this post-nasal drip. That's my big complaint, is post-nasal drip, okay, if you want to know. Because post-nasal, and I've never had this before, with the exception of about the last 6 months. and I get this drip, drip, drip. That's why you're always hearing me on here kind of clearing my throat, because of that drip, the drip, drip, drip. And then when I lay down at night, it even gets actually worse. And one time, I remember this, back in 1980s, I don't remember the year, but this one doctor said that I had GERD. You know, kind of this acid reflux stuff. He told me to, when you sleep with my head elevated. And I did all that. But it's been told to me that this breathing in, when I inhale, this menthol flavor, that it is. It's like taking Vicks Vapor Rub and putting it under your nose and breathing it in. And that's what I feel every time I inhale. And they said that could be from GERD. Not life-threatening, mostly irritated. So I got something respiratory going on here, and like I was complaining about my cheek kind of being swollen, I think that's some kind of something coming from my sinuses. And it's probably, you know, there's glands all over. It could be something in here that's kind of messed up because of sinus. I wake up in the morning, it's real stuffy, and I can feel it kind of throbbing in there. So I think all this is coming from an allergy maybe. You asked, so I'm telling you, write me, hey, Jimmy, how you feeling? Well, what's going on, Jimmy? What's happening? Well, that's what's going on with me, okay? And look, please don't do what most people do. Don't come on here playing the doctor card. You've never had one day of medical training, but you're going to come back, oh, well, you may have cancer, Jimmy. Don't talk to me about cancer. That's the wrong thing to talk to me about. And I think most of you know why. But anyway, I don't need your self-diagnosis crap, you know. Now, if you've ever had where you've had the sinus drip, and when you breathe in, it's kind of a menthol kind of feeling from this part of your body, your esophagus, your throat, your nose. Well, tell me about it. And tell me what the doctor did for you. Well, you may have this, Jimmy. I don't want to hear that shit. Boy, that irritates me. It's like I watch a lot of these RV channels, and a lot of guys, well, my engine keeps running hot, and you get 80,000, well, it may be this, it may be a cracked head, it may be this, it could be a gasket. Yeah, it could be a lot of things, but I tell you what, just keep your mouth shut. Go to a mechanic and let the mechanic do the diagnosing of your troubles, okay? It's just like me. If you're not a doctor, if you're not a pulmonologist, if you're not a respiratory therapist, or something like that, an ENT doctor, I don't want to hear from you, okay? Well, that's about it for today. Again, I'm not here to tickle your ears. I'm not here to make money. I'm not going to ask you people for any money or anything like that. I'm not going to ask you to sub me, because I don't really give a shit if you do or you don't. And always remember, and you know who I'm talking to when I say this, someday is not a day of the week. I'm Jimmy Rance.